okay? You can friend enemies or you can make them go away. The goals are absolutely clear. You know you have to raise Speed's boat and continue on your adventure. You can decide whether to help the pirates or not. But how you do those things, whether you're friending or erasing enemies, that's up to each of you to decide as you play. Remember, play style matters. And at the high level, that's what Disney Epic Mickey's all about. We want to honor Disney's past while offering players and Disney fans something new. The whole goal is to put players in charge of the experience. Most games, what they do is they tell you, here's what you're going to do, player. Are you good enough to do it? What we say in Disney Epic Mickey is, what do you want to do, player? Very different thing. Do you solve problems by using the power of Thinner to erase and remove obstacles, or do you solve problems through the restorative and healing abilities of Paint? Do you use Paint or Cleverness to turn enemies into friends, or do you simply defeat them? Do you take the time and use precious resources to solve everyone's individual problems, or do you just say, hey, I gotta save the wasteland? Do you focus on that in the most efficient way possible? These are just a few of the options in the actual game. Each of those options with its own unique rewards and its own unique costs. At the end of the day, all the games I've worked on in my career, I've asked one question, or I tried for one thing. We want each player to feel like they've crafted their own unique experience, told their own story, based on the choices they've made and on the consequences of those choices. I believe that playstyle matters concept is the hallmark of modern game design. And with Disney Epic Mickey, I believe we can take that idea to a larger audience than ever before. So I want to talk about one more thing before we close. Walt Disney once said it's kind of fun to do the impossible. Innovation has been a part of Disney's culture from the start. Just think about this. First sync sound cartoon, first color cartoon, first animated feature, first stereo sound in a film, first Hollywood producer to get involved with television, first theme park, first robotics in everyday life. Disney has changed the world. And I am thrilled to be a part of a company where innovation is such a strong central part of the culture. And I'm proud to be able to continue that spirit of innovation. To take Mickey to the top of the video game world, and to return Oswald the Lucky Rabbit to the place of prominence he deserves, we had to honor that creative spirit and find just the right balance of heritage and innovation. I think we've done a pretty good job, but you should check the game out for yourself and see. There are members of the Disney Epic Mickey team right over there ready to show you how playstyle matters, how heroic Mickey can be, and what Paint and Thinner play is all about. But this is where people usually start leaving. Don't leave yet. Before you check out the game, stick around and experience the Wasteland and Oswald and Mickey in a way that defies my ability to describe it. It's my pleasure to introduce Disney fine artist David Garibaldi. Just buckle your seatbelts. This is going to be amazing.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning to you,
Good to see you.
How are you? So I've got to start by telling you I'm a huge fan of your work. I have your paintings on my wall, and I'm going to have more pretty soon. That's my goal.
That's good. I hope so.
So why don't you start by telling us how you got involved with Disney? How does one become a Disney fine artist?
Yes, well, I got involved with Disney. I've been a professional artist in a sense. I've been an artist my whole life, but professionally for the past 7 years. And Disney Fine Art approached me because of my unique style, which you'll see come to life on this stage as a performance painter. And they said, can you create our classic characters in your signature style? And they have an array of different artists that do this. You can see more at DisneyFineArt.com. So it just began the relationship, and along the way we got introduced to Disney Interactive Studios.
So without giving away too much about the magic that's about to happen on this stage here, one of the things that amazes me about your work is how you bring characters to life. It's almost as if you were an animator yourself. So what's your interest in animation?
Well, when I was young, when I was in high school, I actually took animation classes at a school where I'm from, Sacramento, and I had the opportunity to create my own short animated films, where they're 2D or 3D, but also it really inspired me to want to be an animator. So that was my first original dream career. Eventually, after high school, I started teaching myself how to paint, and so for me, this is sort of a full circle in my story, being on stage here with Disney, and I try to, bring to life the animated characters, sort of stuck in time when I create them.
So I know everybody loves Mickey, but so let's leave Mickey out of it for a second.
Okay.
Who is your favorite Disney character to paint?
Favorite Disney character to paint?
Say Oswald. No, sorry.
Well, I'll be honest, I'm not going to say this just because you're up here, but Oswald has been my next favorite one. You'll see why. When I created, you know, he's new and fresh to me, even though he's been around for longer than all the other characters. So for me, it's new and fresh, and it's exciting to create it.
So, you know, we've talked a couple of times now. Is there anything I should have asked that you just desperately want to talk about that I haven't asked you about?
You know what? There's nothing that I would hope that you would ask me. But you know, normally people always ask me about my clothes because you'll see when I'm done. Like I end up with paint all over my clothes. People always ask, like, do I have like a good dry cleaner? And I wish I did, because there's no way to get the paint out of these clothes. And if you're close enough to the stage, you'll find out later on. The paint will not come out.
This is going to get exciting, trust me.
No, I have a question. Is it okay if I ask you a question?
Sure.
Is that okay? Is this okay? No, I'm just curious, even for the biggest Disney fan out there, that they've seen it all, they've done it all, what do you think they're going to get fresh and new out of Disney Epic Mickey?
Well, I think I tipped my hand a second ago. I hope they come away with an appreciation of just how amazing a character Oswald is. And I hope there are lots of folks from Disney listening right now, because we need to see that little guy in movies and on television and in way more games, because he's a very, very special guy.
What do you guys think? You guys want to see more Oswald?
Yeah. Let's do it. Okay, it looks like you're all set up.
You want to find out?
Thank you so much.
Make some noise for Warren Spector one more time.
See you later.